In the mid-19th century, Ireland faced one of the most devastating periods in its history, known as the Great Famine. This tragic event, which lasted from 1845 to 1852, profoundly shaped the Irish nation and its people. The year 1845 marked the beginning of the calamity. The Irish population, largely dependent on the potato crop for sustenance, was struck by a mysterious disease. Fields that once promised bountiful harvests now rotted in the ground. The culprit was a fungus-like organism called Phytophthora infestans, causing the infamous potato blight. The crop failure was a disaster for millions who relied on potatoes as their primary food source. By 1846, the situation had worsened. The blight returned with a vengeance, and the potato crops failed almost entirely. Starvation and disease began to spread. People were forced to eat whatever they could find: nettles, berries, and even grass. The winter of 1846 to 1847 was particularly harsh, and many perished from hunger and cold. The British government's response was widely criticized. Relief efforts were inadequate and often mismanaged. Workhouses, intended to provide assistance, became overcrowded and were breeding grounds for disease. Many Irish people were left to fend for themselves, and desperation led to widespread emigration. The years of famine saw a mass exodus from Ireland. By 1852, over 1 million people had emigrated, seeking refuge in countries like the United States, Canada, and Australia. The journey was perilous, with many dying from disease and malnutrition on coffin ships. Those who survived faced the challenges of starting anew in foreign lands. The human toll of the Great Famine was staggering. Approximately 1 million people died from starvation and related diseases, and another million emigrated. The population of Ireland, which had been around 8 million before the famine, was reduced by nearly a quarter. The famine had lasting impacts on Ireland. It exacerbated economic and social divisions and left deep scars on the national psyche. Land ownership patterns shifted, and the reliance on a single crop was widely recognized as a critical mistake. Despite the immense suffering, the Irish people showed remarkable resilience. The famine period saw the rise of various movements advocating for land reform and better treatment of Irish tenants. The legacy of the Great Famine also strengthened Irish nationalism, contributing to the eventual push for independence from British rule in the early 20th century. The Great Famine remains a poignant chapter in Irish history, a testament to human suffering and resilience. Its lessons continue to resonate, reminding us of the importance of food security, compassionate governance, and the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity.